But Univ,
And they go.
there we go. Univ have got a good line, and Pembroke are now veering round, so they've got straight. And I'd suggest that Oriel have managed to pull away. I hope that's a car horn, not a klaxon.
That was a car, by the sounds of it. Pembroke would have done well to perhaps stick to the bank rather than going into the middle and chasing Oriel, because Univ are coming thick and fast.
They are. Univ are definitely going for an early bump on Pembroke.
And they're not under much pressure from St Hugh's, who are being chased down quite significantly by Mansfield.
And there's a bump conceded already there.
Oh, wow.
Lineker have got their bump.
Well done, Lineker and Elspeth, the boat.
Yes.
It looks like Corpus might get a bump as well, actually.
I was going to say Bailey will look like they'll be caught by Corpus too, don't they? And that's a nice course behind them by Christchurch, who cut out the bay and going,
line,
that is where, to me, I would want to be. It's a really good line, out of the stream. Blade work a bit ragged, but they're still making headway, aren't they? And Corpus are nearly on Balliol. Gosh, can you imagine being bumped twice before Donington Bridge? Oh,
it looks like the
very close
Cox
indeed.
has got notes with them. Oh, that's so close.
Well, there's an overlap
to see
there.
Whether they've got it by the end. Oh, I hear some cheering from under the bridge. I think they've got the bump there.
Can you see out the window?
Yeah, so I can hear it. There we go. That was an arm in the air.
Yeah, there's a bump. And then there's Worcester who rode up.
And who's chasing Corpus?
Well, Christchurch were behind them, and they were the ones with the slightly raggedy blade work, but making headway. But they seem to have dropped off the pace. I wonder if Worcester. No, there's Christchurch. And then behind
it looks
them
like someone's bumped out at the just at the gut, so that will be Univ having bumped Pembroke there. So now Pembroke will really want to try and catch Oriel to.
And the course that Christchurch have taken is not a conventional one, I would hazard a guess.
No, that's a very wide line.
Which has given Worcester a good chance there. I would say that's cost them half a length.
Worcester looking very relaxed in their rowing there. They have a nice long stroke.
That's Lineker who got the first bump.
And there we go. St Hugh's are exiting the gut. With
and
no one really to chase.
Hughes, that's a long gap ahead of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, 2 lengths clear water.
Pembroke seem to have slowed a little bit. They're just getting a bit ragged. Stroke seems to be shortening up a little bit, but they might still
looking there,
sniff.
Up the gut, there looks to be a significant gap now between Worcester and Christchurch.
Yeah, they're all really following each other. They could do to just cut that corner straight off. I know there is a bit of foliage sticking out, but if they cut that corner, they'd save. That could make them
save the rudder.
Yeah.
Now that gap's closing. That's St Hugh's again, rather, isn't it?
Yes.
Closing up there on Pembroke.
Here we go. Here's Oriel at the head of the division. So they seem to have opened up the gap between them and Pembroke, who might have gone for the fly and die, trying to catch them before Univ caught them. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yes. And then there we have. Yeah, so we're now back with Oriel there. There's Pembroke there, but behind them, St Hugh's are in. I think that's being foreshortened by the cameras, but St Hugh's look very close.
Well, if St Hugh's cross now, rather than staying in the middle, they might close up that gap a little bit. That'll force Pembroke into the stream because they won't be able to cross in front of them for fear of them bumping themselves.
And they've steered away. They're running away.
Yeah.
If they've looked behind.
I mean
No, they steered back in again.
The Cox has just stuck their arm up of the other crew, so they look like they've got the bump.
St Cat's have conceded. Sorry, Pembroke conceded.
Pembroke, yes.
Just calling St Cat's. I'm sorry about that. So Pembroke have conceded to St Hugh's, and I've got a note here that says that Christchurch are aiming for a double bump.
Oh, double over bump on Balliol, and it looks like they're going to get it. They do need to perhaps sort their line out, but actually, there we go.
There we go. They've got it.
Balliol, so they can get out the way, and Worcester can have a go now. They've, if they maintain their rhythm and catch a sort of flailing Balliol.
Worcester don't seem to be gaining on Balliol much, though, do they? Although they did start 4 boats ahead.
Yeah.
So the jury's out on that one. This is Mansfield now in an isolated position, so they can relax a little and just keep it nicely together.
Yeah, if they just think about keeping the length a little bit, and they can maybe take the boat down a few pips and just get a bit more length
Let's
on the
reach out.
front
Yeah.
and back end, then they.
So
they're a
Oriole
bit
has
more
survived
comfortable.
at the head, and they should be the sandwich boat because there was no one going to threaten them, was there?
No.
And Pembroke have been bumped by both Univ and St Hughes. This is Mansfield, who look now to be clear of bumping anyone or being bumped. Balliol have been bumped by both Lineker, Corpus, and Christchurch. And there's just Worcester to come up behind Balliol.
Yeah, that sounds about correct.
And if Worcester catch up with Balliol, that is an enormous gain. That will be impressive. Especially as they dropped a division yesterday. And then to come back up and to do that would be amazing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Worcester are right now.
So there's Balliol. And we'll see as they go up through the screen. So we've got Oriole at the front there. No,
Yeah,
that must be Pembroke. Oriole should have finished.
Oriole finished.
Oh no, Oriole at the front, Pembroke, then Lineker, Mansfield.
Mansfield, and then
Mansfield,
Balliol,
and then
followed
Balliol
by
there.
Worcester, who don't seem to be too close to them, but they're not in shot, so
No,
maybe they'll
So
pop
these-
out.
the 5 surviving boats.